Hello dear students, let me make you clear once again the mechanism of action of the cell wall active agents. You know cell wall active agents, as I already told, there is phosphomycin, cycloserine, bacitracin, vancomycin and beta-lactam. Okay, now this is, say for example, this is a cell, a growing cell of, say for example, gram-positive bacteria, Staphylococcus streptococcus. Okay, this growing cell is going to develop the cell wall. Now it is going to develop the cell wall. So cell wall synthesis occurs inside the cytoplasm. Okay, this is the inside of the cytoplasm. This is outside of the cytoplasm. Okay, outside of the cell. Okay, see, you know your cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. So there are two units, two basic units. One is the glycan unit and another is the peptide. Okay, now the glycan unit, say for example, there are two glycan units here, NAM and NAG. यूनिट NAM and NAG, ये जो NAM और NAG है ना, ये बनते हैं आपके सेल के अंदर मोनोसैकेराइड यूनिट्स होते हैं, and that monosaccharide unit undergoes certain modification and they form NAM, that is N-acetylmuramic acid, and NAM, that N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay, there is a basic principle in the biochemistry that whenever they undergo any polymerization, it requires energy, and here the energy source is UDP, uridine diphosphate. This UDP activates these two units in order to fuse each other. Okay, these gets activated and gets attached with the UDP both, because they are going to attach each other. Now glycan units are ready. Now what is going to add is the peptide. You know, there is separate event inside the cytoplasm. There are amino acid. There are at least 5 to 7 amino acids which are going to attach with the NAM unit of this glycan, NAM unit. Okay, say you know there is 7 units, and the terminal amino acid is D-alanine. That D-alanine is important. Why? I will tell you. You know, first alanine, with the help of enzyme alanine racemase, gets converted into D-alanine. Then after D-alanine, and with the help of enzyme alanine ligase, gets converted into D-alanine. This is the terminal. That means first amino acid comes, sit here at the NAM, second, third, and lastly D-alanine. Okay, now this unit is ready. Now there is one more thing, that actually this is EPT. There is one more thing, that this NAG unit NAG unit also gets converted into the NAM unit. How? With the help of enzyme EPT, enol pyruvate transferase. This is EPT, enol pyruvate transferase, and this gets converted into the NAM. So these two glycan units are ready. These glycan units having peptide chain is also ready. So they fuse together. When they fuse together, they come here. Okay, NAM, NAG unit along with the peptide chain. Now, these are polar molecules. They cannot cross the membrane. So, in order to cross the membrane, there must be some carrier protein must be there. And that carrier protein is your BPP. This is bactoprenol phosphate. This bactoprenol phosphate, what it do? First it removes the UDP from this unit. Okay, and it flips this unit exterior. So now your unit is here with the help of BPP. Okay, now this what it is going to do now? There are so many units. These are so many units here. Now these unit must go elongation now. That means there is another unit. Say for example, this is another NAM-NAG unit along NAM-NAG unit. Say, okay, having this peptide, so it undergo elongation. This is the elongation, this blue line. This undergo elongation. This elongation. So elongation, NAM-NAG units get binding of the NAG-NAG to get together. NAM-NAG unit together. Okay, this is called elongation. And you know, these elongation. This is actually uniting two glucose unit, that is known as glycosylation. Okay, because two NAM-NAG units are going together. Okay, this glycosylation is carried out by this enzyme, transglycosylase. So transglycosylase is responsible for the elongation of the glycan units. Okay, number one. So this is now elongated unit. There is one more enzyme there. That enzyme is known as transpeptidases or penicillin binding protein, where beta-lactam acts. These transpeptidases, what they are going to do? They are going to remove one D-alanine, terminal D-alanine. So there occur cross-bridging, cross-linking of the amino acid together. So there occur the cross, when there occur the cross-linking, so in this way your cell wall is ready. So that means after elongation there occur the cross-linking. Elongation is carried out by transglycosylases and cross-linking is carried out by transpeptidases. Now let me tell you the mechanism of action of these cell wall active agents now. Say for example, first is your phosphomycin F. It is going to bind here. It is going to bind this. That means it's going to bind, inhibit EPT, enol pyruvate transferase. That means if there is binding of the enol pyruvate transferase, there is no formation of the NAM unit from the NAG unit. When there is no formation of this unit, there is no further carried reaction carried. Okay, that's one step. This is phosphomycin. Second is cycloserine. Cycloserine is going to inhibit these two enzymes, this and this. When they are going to inhibit these two enzymes, that means you are not getting D-alanine as the terminal. When you are not having D-alanine as the terminal amino acid, that means there occur no cross-linking. There occur no cross-linking. That means when it's a faulty nose, then it is having less amino acid. Those amino acids which are carried which helps the cross-linking. So you are not getting this. That means cycloserine is going to inhibit the enzyme. Okay, alanine ligase and alanine racemase. So no D-alanine formation. Okay. Now third is bacitracin. Bacitracin is going to act here. You know, bacitracin inhibits BPP. When it inhibits the BPP, you are not getting these units outside. When you are not getting units outside, no formation of the cell wall. Okay, clear? Now vancomycin, VAN, it is going to inhibit this transglycosylase. When it is going to inhibit the transglycosylase, that means there occurs no this elongation. When there is no elongation, that means you are getting faulty cell wall. Dead. Okay. And number last is your beta-lactams. Beta is going to act here. Transpeptidases. You know, when it is going to activate here at the transpeptidase, there is no cross-linking. This will not occur. This inhibits. Hope you understand the mechanism of action again. Thank you.